Welcome to episode 2 of the FOYC Podcast. I am your host, Comrade Connor, aka Connor, and I am here with BAC119 Brent and Coda.
Brent likes ding dong.
Brent, you like Ding Dong, huh?
I actually like Mr. Poopy Butthole better.
Oh my god,
Oh,
alright,
Your
whatever.
poopy
So
like
how
the name,
how are
right?
we all
Mr.
doing
Poopy
today?
Butthole. I've
Brad.
shit so many times today I've wiped my asshole raw.
Okay. So
Oh my!
how do we get, let's get on the topic of how FOYC came to be. This is more of a question for Dakota.
Oh boy. Okay. FOYC began in 2013, approximately. No, I'd say more along the lines of freshman year of high school.
Mhm.
And I got closer to our friend Devin. May he rest. And him, I, and another guy named Cole. We were all a trio of dudes that really enjoyed this game called Black Ops 2.
Of course, who doesn't
And
know Black Ops 2? I mean,
and we were very rowdy, and we did a lot of naughty things in that game. One memory that came to mind was whenever I accidentally uh, got a magnet over his television monitor. I tried to tell him that it would give his TV better graphics, and sadly, he did it. I didn't think he would do it, and I lose sleep at night thinking about that.
okay.
Um, and Devin, me, and Joel. Well, Devin hasn't been. He's been MIA for a couple of weeks now. Which you guys want to see. Um, and Joel, he's been MIA for years as he moved to Florida. I think my sophomore year, approximately five years ago, maybe. Um, and then for that, me and Devin, as we went along, I think he knew you, Connor.
Mhm.
I didn't catch up with you, Brent, until a year, and that's ever guys kind of like got reinstated in or like that circle of friends was now like complete. And so then that's where we are now.
Yep.
That's
Cause
also
I met Devin. I want to say like I knew of Devin. Like I knew who he was. I just didn't know his name. My like 6th grade year because he used to pick on me. And um, but then I actually
well,
like talked to him like my 7th grade year because he sat at my lunch table, and we
what
just.
was that? What was it they used to call you?
I'm not saying it. No,
Come
that's
on,
off topic.
What
Fuck,
did he used to call
fuck
you?
off. I'm not telling you guys. Fuck all of
Come
you.
on, Connor.
No. Okay, he used to call me a chode.
Yep.
nice.
Anyway,
Fuck, he still calls you that sometimes. What do you mean?
not as much as he used to, cause he knew it.
No,
Cause he
not
knew it.
every sentence now. It's
Cause he
just
knew
every.
it used to bother me. Now it doesn't really bother me, cause I'm just like, oh, funny.
I
Are
had
you
my
saying that you have a chode or something, Connor?
No, it's cause
Is
in
that why
middle
it
school,
bothered
as
you?
kids in middle school, I was short and fat, and I knew I was short and fat, and so it bothered me.
I see. I got
I'd,
you.
I'd I'd rather be called Chode than my old fucking high school bully nickname called me.
What?
Used
What
to call
was?
me boy. They
Call
thought
you
Call
I
what?
you. Call you what?
used to call me Downy boy. They
Oh, but all right. So we all know what FOYC stands for, but I think Dakota, since he's the one who made it, he should tell the people what it
Yep.
means.
Should we reveal that right now?
Yeah, because people are gonna be like, "What the fuck does FOYC mean? What the hell does it mean?" Just
Uh, well, we're the FOYC clan. Um, Fish on your chest clan. What
fish
it
on
states.
fish on your chest. And where did you come up with that? Were you just like, "Huh,
We're very rowdy
this sounds pretty funny and it's random. Fuck it, why not?"
uh, so I in Black Ops 2, I out of nowhere was like we saw this, I always thought that people with matching clan tags were absolute. It's the
Lose
word.
losers
So
or like buddy.
yeah,
Butt buddies, butt pirates. They were butt pirates.
ass clowns.
Ass
So
clowns.
basically, what I did was made made an emblem. You know how you could like make your own emblem back in the. You can still do it in Black Ops 4, but in Treyarch games, your own emblem. So I made a little shitty icon. You know how like these immature ass little kids would have the most derogatory and most completely inappropriate ass emblem. Just
Yeah.
You mean the anime chicks' butts or whatever?
they were so much worse back then.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Back then. It was,
pornographic.
yeah.
So I made a really shitty version of my own with like to make a pair of tits with a fish laying on top of it. It looked awful. And I my tag FOYC. And then Joel and Devin were like, "What the hell does F?" I was like, "Yo, Joel, Devin, join the clan." Well, fuck phase. FOYC's where's that? And they're just like, "What does it mean?" I was like, "Fish on your chest." Like, fuck yeah. But Devin got his own idea. He made an emblem that was a little bit worse. He had a pair of tits, but instead of a fish on the, it was a little bit of poop on. So,
Of course there was.
and so Devin made his own clan, SOYD. Shit on your.
Shit on
I don't
your
know if
what?
shit on your dick. So it was a bit
Oh my
too
God.
inappropriate for my tastes because I'm a go to church every Sunday.
Oh my God, quit lying. You're such a liar. Get out of here with
I've
that.
Such a
never
fucking liar.
sinned in my entire fucking life. Fuck you.
Man, that's
Oh my,
straight
you literally
bullshit.
just said
You
like
know it.
3 sins. You just swore. So,
I'll pen for that tonight, bitch.
okay. Okay, buddy. But yeah, and I met you like what was it? My sophomore year.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I got a PS4 I think either end of freshman year or I think it was end of freshman year or like halfway through freshman year. I finally got a PS4 and I think I was playing like Black Ops 3 or something cuz that was like the only no, I had two games. I had Black Ops 3 and Assassin's Creed Unity. And I was playing Assassin's Creed Unity just sitting in a party with I think it was just me and Devin. Brent might have been there. I can't remember. I don't quite remember. I don't think because
Not if you were playing Black Ops 3.
yeah, it's like if
I
you're
might have
playing
been in the
Black Ops
party,
3
but I know I definitely wasn't on the game.
and
Isn't it
Dakota.
you, Jason, Dalton, and Dalton?
Yeah, no, it was probably I don't remember. It was so long ago, and you joined the party, and your name was like it was Link with a bunch underscore with a
Yeah.
bunch of numbers, and you're like, is Devin there? I was like, no, he's not. I was like, and then I brought something about school, and you're like, wait, and we're like, yeah, and you like would not tell us your name. Like you would just not tell us your name for some reason. Like for some odd reason you wouldn't tell us your name. So I texted Devin. I'm like, who is Link underscore all these numbers? He goes Dakota. I'm like, who's Dakota? Like who the hell is that? And then I looked you up in like the yearbook. Like I want to say like my freshman year yearbook. I was like, oh, that's me. Okay.
God.
That was the librarian's son. I was like, okay, that makes sense. I mean, I like.
Actually, no, I don't think I was there yet because I didn't have
Yeah,
a PlayStation.
yeah.
I
It's
think
like.
I got one, like later that year, but I know I used to just talk to you guys because
Yeah,
I didn't have a PlayStation because I was
yeah,
given an Xbox, and when you're a kid, you take what you can get.
yeah.
I didn't fucking bitch or complain. I just took it. I was fine with it.
But
But
yeah,
like as soon as I got a PlayStation and I got all my shit set up, I started playing with you guys. Like the very next day. Like I got my PlayStation thing, and then I think the next day I walked up into school and I'm like, "Hey, bitch, add me on PlayStation." And
yeah,
you're like, "Oh, okay, bet."
yeah.
I
And then that's when we all started gaming.
And then I didn't like officially talk to Dakota till like sophomore year because we had lunch together and it was me, Devin, Christian, John, and I think Jason was there, and that was probably the
You
worst.
mentioned Andrew.
Huh?
What about Andrew?
What do you mean? What about Andrew?
Isn't he there too?
No, it was just me, you, Devin, Christian, and Jason and John. It was like that was like the worst group of people you could ever put into one place all together. Like
I remember I didn't come to your group until like halfway through your sophomore year.
yeah,
Until
because it was semester 2 when you started because you were sitting with I
oh
forget.
shit, I was sitting with a bunch of shitheads, so I was like, this shit's getting lame.
Yeah,
So that's
and then
the rap in me came out, and so that
yeah,
side of me didn't really come out truly until I came to your guys' fucking tier.
yeah, and it was probably the worst idea to ever happen in the history of mankind. Like
Let's just leave a bunch of the shit that we did out because I'm
yeah.
pretty
Yeah,
sure
look,
that it
Some of
went
the
to
stuff we did at lunch is not really for
yeah.
public
yeah.
disclosure.
Yeah,
Let's
well,
just say
the stuff we
we
did.
may or may not, after every single lunch period, accidentally vandalize the shit out of the bathroom.
Let's just say this, okay? After every lunch period, after they were done, I'd go into the bathroom, and then I was like, "Yep, Dakota was here."
I never really did shit like that. That was Christian who did that
I
kind
I know, because
of
in
shit.
middle school,
Literally
like even in middle school, Christian did that shit
never truly
because
grew up, did he?
he would take the ketchup into the fucking bathroom, put it under the thing, and slam it down.
Ugh.
At least I think that was him that
No,
did
it
it
was Jason who did that.
in middle school.
Oh, in middle school, I don't know. I didn't really know Christian that well. I knew of him. I had classes with
I
him.
didn't either, but I knew that was something he did in high school. Like I bet I
Mm.
didn't talk to him much, but I
I was just like, this dude is a
think
goon. This dude is like
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I talked to him like fourth, fifth grade. We talked some, but then like that's just because we had classes together. Like we were in the same class. So
It was
I
yeah.
don't think
fifth
Christian
grade,
ever
but
truly grew up.
No, I don't
bro,
think
he's just Christian. Like
He
he's
literally
still
doesn't even have an age.
he's still like that to this day. If I join that Discord and I go into that call, he will be like that to this day.
Oh my god,
really,
Mhm.
Christian.
dude. Christian was fucking funny as shit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I honestly never thought that I'd sure somehow for some reason I kind of did. I remember Brent whenever we were in PlayStation parties. I think like after I graduated from high school, whenever you guys were. I think Brent, I think you kind of hated me. I don't know why.
What makes you say that?
You treated me like a fucking hat. You treated me like
Now
shit.
wait. Is this when every time you join, I just say fuck you and shit? Is that what you're talking about? Where like every
uh,
time you show up into the party, I'd say something really mean or rude.
I don't know. I I think this was. No, I can't remember. I think you just treated. I think you just fucking hated me.
No, that can't be right. Because I always used to talk to you at high school, like when we were in school and shit. I'd always try to get you to fucking hang out over with us, and you're like, no, 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 man. That 6 minute bell just rang. I gotta get to class.
Yeah, I was really
Okay.
whenever it came to that kind of shit.
I'm like, see you, Dakota.
The only
Like
time,
you'd be walking through the hall, and I'd be like, hey, Dakota, come over here for a minute. You know, and you'd just be like, hey, man, what's up? I gotta get to class. And you just wouldn't even stop, dude. You wouldn't even stop. You just kept fucking going. You had your power stride. I'm like, bruh.
I don't know what was up with me in high school.
I
Like
don't know, but I'm like, dude, we still got. I'd look at my watch. I'm like, it's 6:20
I
or
feel like
7:20. Class don't start till 7:30 or whatever the fuck it was. 6:30. I don't know.
I don't know. I was
But I'm
really
like,
stingy whenever it came to class, but the only time that I ever really truly like went full on scrotum mode was either during lunch or out of school or on PlayStation.
yeah.
Yeah, we we were all of us were a really rowdy group, and
I remember you and Connor were walking like back by the football fields. I think Devin went with you guys. But then Connor, like the next day, had asked me. He's like, "Hey, did you see someone do this like, behind the football field the other day, like as you were walking home?" Hold on, let me think about this. And he was like, "It would have been on your way home yesterday, right there behind the football field." I'm like, thought about it. He's like, "Some dumbass would have been doing this." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I remember that. What about it?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, that was Coda." Oh,
what?
it was something.
What did I
Forget
do?
what exactly it was. But Connor's like, yeah, did you see this as you were walking home yesterday? And I'm like, or did you hear something, or something along those lines? Hear or see this? I'm like, yeah, something like that. And he was like, oh yeah, it's fucking Coda and us going to do something. And I'm like, oh, I think you guys are going to smoke or something after school, or like go hang out or some shit and smoke maybe.
Probably.
Uh, bruh.
I don't remember exactly, but I think it was something like that. And then I'm just like, oh yeah, or yeah, yeah. And then I think it was you guys going to smoke because Connor was like, yeah, we're gonna go smoke some weed together, and blah blah blah. I'm like,
Bruh. Oh
just
god.
the very next time I talked to Connor, he was like, did you hear about this stupid shit? Oh,
Well, it's because every time me and Dakota would hang out and
every time
we'd
you and
smoke,
Dakota
he'd like,
fucking hung out, you'd come back with like a 30-minute story about how stupid Dakota was.
yeah, he would like
Stupid shit you guys did
he'd
together.
try and grab a stick and like beat me with it. And then there were multiple times he'd show me because this dude had like collected so many different lighters like I couldn't even think of. And he'd sit there and try and catch my hair on fire with the fucking lighter. I'm like, will you knock it off?
That's what it was.
Got really weird whenever I got like that.
Dude, whenever you got really high in high school, you were really awkward.
Still am.
No, it was worse.
How was I awkward?
Because you were like, you tried to put the moves on Connor.
Yeah, he did. He really fucking did.
Like, you would try to seduce Connor, basically.
Pray to God that this podcast doesn't get blow up because I don't want people to think that I want to have sexual allegations. Just get this right away.
I remember hearing about that from Connor, and then I'm like, remind me I Coda, because I don't want to be molested anytime.
I don't know. I really did. I don't know. I think that was just the trolling side of me that just
I feel like it was you just trying to.
people. I lost a
He
lot.
does have some fucking great
With that
reactions, especially if you're high, dude. It's even that much fun. But like,
Tripped
Connor
out.
did have some pretty lit reactions, just because he got fucking so bothered by it. Like, he did not like it at all.
No.
and he made sure to tell you about it, and it was fucking hilarious.
I had so many like conversations of just me and Dakota, and I'm like, Dakota, like you need to knock this shit off. I'm like it's not fun anymore. It was never funny, so you need to quit. And he just wouldn't listen. He just would not listen.
I feel
Yup,
like, yeah,
that's
Yeah,
definitely the
because
troll right there.
one time he tried. We were in the in the woods. We were just walking around. We were doing our thing, smoking, of course, and he tries to rip off a fucking tree branch to try and beat me with it. I'm like, no. I'm like, no. I'm like, you're not doing that. So I just start walking away, and he finds a stick and just comes running after me. I'm like, dude, stop. Like, stop.
I think I was playing Far Cry 3 the other day, like the night before that, and I was playing that mission where Jason was, I mean, not Jason, yeah, it was Jason. You were having a hallucination of Voss running at you with a machete, and like
It's just, I was
a
just
bunch
like,
of
oh my.
Vosses are like running at you, so I decided to run at you with a stick like that, like a fucking barbarian.
No, I was just like, oh my god, this dude. I swear to Christ.
Yeah. Oh,
You just,
But that was Dakota though. Like no matter what you told him, if you told him no, don't fuck with that, then he was like, all right, I'm gonna fuck with that twice as hard as I was.
he's like a child. He is literally
I,
a child.
If you tell him no, then he's like, oh, so that means double yes. That means twice.
It's,
yeah.
That's exactly how he was. Like if you told him, hey, don't fucking do that shit anymore, he's like, all right, bet. Like the first chance he got, he'd do it again, and then like the very next opportunity, he'd look at you, and then he'd just fucking do whatever it was. Like he'd look at you dead in the eye, and then he'd just fucking do it.
yeah, that's literally Dakota. Like,
Yeah,
That was dead ass you. Like for okay, this didn't happen. Like let's just example. Like let's just say, um, for instance, the gay shit with Connor. Okay.
oh god.
Like you were sitting in the car. If you were to just reach, put your fucking hand on his inner thigh and just look at him, and he fucking freaked out like he would normally, and told you to fucking quit, you'd wait like a solid, I don't know, 30 seconds, maybe a minute or two, basically until he just stopped looking at you. Then you'd put your hand right back where it was until he freaked out again. And then the next time you'd wait till he looked at you, then you'd look at him, and then you'd slowly go in for the kill. Like
It's like,
that is fucking you in high school at a like down to the fucking letter, dude.
be like, I'm gonna
You
try and
trolled the
grab
shit
that
out of
gooch.
people. Yeah, it was just you trolling the fucking shit out of people.
I don't know. Trolling for me is really fucking weird. Like, I don't know. Trolling is for me is just making shit as comfortable as possible. If I can't make shit uncomfortable, I just try and piss people off. Then usually that just result in getting muted.
And them getting pissed, and then you entertained.
Yeah.
like the time he went up to that kid in the lunch table and said, "Come on, hit me, do it, hit me,
I
come
want you
on,
to hit
punch
me.
me in the
Come on,
face.
do
I
it.
want you to come in the locker room and come beat the shit out of me." And then he went to walk away and he came up behind you and flipped you.
Yeah. Then I got up and I bowed. Everybody started clapping for me. I was like, "You love me. You really love me." I was like, "Ladies and gentlemen, the world's greatest somersault." I went up to Connor that day. I was like, I will. Went up to him. I was like, "I have $20 in my pocket in the wallet. I will give you every single cent of it. Punch me in the fucking face." So he was like, it was in front of the entire lunchroom. He just starts fucking shaking, getting all flustered, like, I gotta do it, I gotta do it. Like, he was being serious. Like, and the preppy fucking girls, like, trying to hold him back, like, don't go down to his level, don't do it. He's just what was they say? Like, not funny. Something shit like that. He'd stand up in front of the lunchroom. It's like, everybody give him a round of applause. He's not funny. And I just bow. And that whole table would just, oh, God.
Dude, you pissed those guys off at that table so much.
Every single second was.
Dude, I'll never forget the day that you got. I think it was Connor. It was either you, like Jason or someone that I ran into in the hallway. Bro, did you hear Dakota got flipped on the fucking table with Connor Welch? I'm like, really? You're like, yeah, dude. I'm like, oh shit. Did someone get it on video? What's up? What?
Yeah, it's just.
I did end up getting it on, but I think I ended up deleting it. Just didn't really want it to ruin his reputation. Had a lot of shit.
He was
wanted to ruin his reputation.
He was a dick, and I don't know. I just
Was a dick, but
was it you or Christian that walked up and asked him about what he used in his hair?
it might have been Christian. I don't know.
Like someone asked him.
That
what
sounds like
kind of
something
product
Christian would come
something
up.
he
That
used
sounds like
in
so
his hair.
random that something Christian would come up with.
I knew it was one of them because it was at lunch. I thought that someone said it, or I don't know.
what was it that I said to him that really pissed him off? I think it was you look like the last shit I took or something like.
Probably.
Oh no! I went up to him. I fucking got a banana. I put it right on the table. I said to him, "When you need it, you know when you'll need it," or something like that. And whenever we were going into the locker room, hopefully for him to fucking beat his ass, I was literally just laying there on the fucking floor waiting for him to come and just like on me.
And just to clarify, we were not bullying this guy. Dakota was wanting him to start bullying him. Like Dakota wanted this guy to bully him so bad, like he would do anything.
I didn't want him to bully me. I just wanted him to beat the shit out of me. I don't know why.
But I'm just clarifying. We did not bully this guy, like whatsoever.
Because Dakota, if he was to beat the shit out of you,
That would be bullying.
shit out of him. That's what it boiled down to. Is you hated him so much that you wanted him to beat the shit out of you, so you had to beat the shit out of him.
I didn't want to beat the shit out of him. I wanted him to beat the shit.
I really think that's what it boils down to, though, because you fucking hated him.
I hated him because I just hated a lot of people in high school that were like jocks and.
I mean, understandable. I hated everybody.
And
I didn't really have a good reason. I just don't like people.
I didn't hate the unpopular kids. Like, we're okay. It was just privileged and the fucking the preppy and the popular, and I just I really just wanted to ruin the whole cycle of things. I wanted them to beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Introduce a little bit of fucking chaos into the sense.
Yeah. For you, it makes perfect sense for what you're. Yeah. If there's anybody else.
People off. It was just fun. I took it a little bit. I did take.
Yeah, it was just so funny.
Yeah.
All right, so now.
Dude, in that class that Jason and I had with fucking that English class we had together, bro. We got in trouble in there a lot. With that one chick, that yearbook lady who. Oh, what was her name? She hated all of us.
Are you talking about Hazel?
No, not her. No, she was the prom lady, the yearbook lady. What the fuck was her name?
Johnson?
That might have been it. Hell, I don't remember. It's been so long and she's kind of irrelevant.
Yeah, let's just call her Johnson.
That's good. Anyway, Johnson would always fucking yell at us in class because, like, all right, so this is back like when Trump was, being elected and shit.
Oh God, here we go.
So like, we had to do
Shit.
something about talk about immigration or so. It was a big group discussion, right? Half the class at a time, and she just kind of watched and listened. And then she told Jason and I that we weren't contributing enough, so we just started looking at each other, and every time it came our turn, we just slammed our hands down on the table and yelled, "Build the wall."
Oh, oh my God.
She was not happy
Jesus Christ.
at all.
Oh man.
At one point, she gave us the death glare. I thought she was honestly out of class. The timer beeped, and it was the end of our turn. And I'm like, "Oh, sweet, we're done. Final words, build the wall." And then I got up and left the table.
How did you graduate from high school, Brent?
I really don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know because that class, dude, any class I had, Jason, you got we were put at opposite, like polar opposite corners of the classroom because we talked too much and we didn't do any of the work. But that didn't help teacher out because we started screaming across the room at each other. It was in first hour. Got super pissed. Moved us back together. She didn't complain like when we were doing it. So then she made that our permanent seats of us sitting next to each other and stuck us in the back corner of the room and kind of just left us alone. Like once a month she'd come up and be like, "Hey, you guys ain't done any of your homework. You need to do something." So then we'd find like the easiest fucking page that she'd given out in like the past month and fill it out real quick and hand it to her.
Bro.
Dead ass, dude. And she'd take it. She'd be like, "All right, cool." Because as soon as she'd give out the work, we just stick it in our bag and we'd fucking leave it there, dude. Like by the end of the year, bro, when I dumped out I had so much fucking shit in there. It was unbelievable. So many papers. And you know the sad thing? They weren't all mine. Some of the shit was Connor's. Some of the shit was Jason's.
Bro.
But it was in my bag.
I don't know about you guys, but there are a few people like fucking losers.
Oh, hey, so we're supposed to be doing a podcast.
Oh wait, there was this one fucking loser that paid me like $30 to do an essay for him in history class. I remember it was a key. Um, I fuck, I think it was about the French Revolution, and I almost accidentally handed him my paper, the paper that I did.
Yeah.
And I literally had to go and fucking. I was like, oh, I think that paper, I forgot to put my name on it. And before the teacher could say anything, I just literally just kind of took it right back and went to the computer lab for about 5 minutes. Then went up to, what's his name? I was like, I need your shit back. Hurry.
Okay, okay. I think we've talked about our high school enough.
Yeah, we need to talk about something else.
Let's talk about why Modern Warfare is such a big ass game. Like this,
Because it's no longer copy and paste of the engine. They had to
This-
create something new they couldn't use.
this is more of a topic for Dakota because since me and you are on PC, we don't really struggle with the size and everything.
I'm kind of uncomfortable with this question. Let's talk about Ding Dong.
No, so I don't understand
Dakota,
why.
Can we please talk about how you only have modern?
Yeah, how you only have Modern
Oh,
Warfare on your PlayStation.
He actually has Minecraft. He has
And
Minecraft as
Minecraft.
well.
Minecraft. That's not a really hard feat. But
I mean, that's 10 gigabytes, man. That is 10 gigabytes you were able to squeeze in. That's not modern.
I had base PlayStation 4 since it was very first like model since PlayStation 4 was a thing.
What, 2014?
Yeah.
14 or 13.
I think it was It was it was late 2013 actually.
It came out in November. I know that much.
Yeah, so it was late 2013. I've had the same PlayStation. And before, I had Destiny 2 and Modern Warfare. This was like...
And
And then,
Apex. You did have Apex at one
yeah,
point.
about a month or so ago, I had Apex, Destiny, and Modern Warfare. It
The
came
last update they
Warfare,
released before this
yeah,
one, you had
the
those.
update came out for Modern Warfare, so full storage. I had to delete Apex. Then I was good. I had Destiny 2 and Modern Warfare. And that's more yesterday or this morning. Whatever.
Hello?
Just Destiny and Modern Warfare. So this update for Modern Warfare came out. I had to delete Destiny. So now the only game I have on my PlayStation console as of now is Modern Warfare and Minecraft. It's the only applications that my PlayStation can.
Because Modern Warfare is 185 gigabytes.
I don't understand how a Call of Duty could be bigger than a fucking Red Dead Redemption 2.
Because it's a new engine, Dakota. They had to
This
do.
engine
They
is
did something. Well, the problem, Dakota. Okay, they did something new. Years pace for what? A century now?
Almost. Damn near.
Or is it a decade?
A decade.
I think a decade's 10, right? Whatever it's supposed to be. I think it's a decade. Anyway, it's been copy and paste for a decade, and this is the first time they've done a new one in a fat minute. So that's why the game has a lot of bugs, and that's why it's so big, because it's new. They aren't used to actually having to create.
condensed content and new engine.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's what it boils down to, is they're not used to creating like an engine. So now the reason why everything is so fucking big is they have to put it in a certain way to get it to actually run properly in the game. Because the game's already out, so they can't exactly go changing up the engine.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I hope the next COD isn't like this, though. Hopefully they find a way by...
I hope they find a way to not make it take up. Well, to where you can have more than one game on your PlayStation 4. That'd be dope. Because
but
at
by
this
the
point, it's almost half the storage on your PS4.
I feel like by the time the next Call of Duty comes out, the PS5 will be out.
The PS5 doesn't Call of Duty release around like
November.
PlayStation.
Well, this one came out in September.
That's just to beat Red Dead.
That was too. That was very true.
Because Red Dead was coming out, and they wanted to try to beat that. But as soon as Red Dead came out, I dropped Modern Warfare.
Yeah, same.
Because to me, Red Dead is so much better than Call of Duty.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Then again, it's not the
It
exact
was a
same
masterpiece.
thing. I mean, because let's be honest, at the end of the day, Call of Duty is still Call of Duty.
It's literally, no matter
It's
what you do with
still
it, it'll always be an arcade shooter.
Right. And with Red Dead, it's something completely different. Only been waiting since fucking PS3 for this. So, yeah, I copped that shit hella fast. I like how even this old man who's, well, I say old man, older gentleman who's like 60 now, I think. I think he just had a birthday in the beginning of the month. He turned 60, I believe. Hell, he bought Red Dead Redemption. He pre-ordered that shit. Richard? He pre-ordered that off Amazon, and they delivered it to him. I want to say it was like the night before it came out.
Yeah.
Or something like that. That's what they were doing. Or no, that was with Modern Warfare. I don't fucking know anymore. They dropped one of them off at his house at like 9 o'clock on his front doorstep, and he was already in bed asleep because when I got to work the next morning, he made a big deal of. He's like, "Did you know they deliver this shit late at night to your house? So put it on your front door if you're not there. They kind of tuck it in to where you can't see if you drive by the house." And I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Well, at least they did for me when I got up this morning and I opened my front door. There it was, sitting right there." I'm like, "Oh, yeah." So I went inside and I put it in so it download while I'm at work. I'm like,
Did you ever finish Red Dead?
I no, Richard never did because his grandkids ended up playing it.
Hey, no, 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 no,
Now?
no, 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 no,
Oh,
no.
who? Who you asking about? Me?
I think he was asking about you.
Of course I beat Red Dead.
Like I was talking about Richard. Did Richard ever read it? But then,
No,
yeah.
no. His remember he was giving us a whole rundown about it. His grandkids were there and played it for got him
Oh,
bounties in every city worth what did he say? They were like expensive ass bounties, like a couple hundred or something like that, like ridiculously stupid bounties. Because they said they got bored, so they'd ride through the town and just start shooting anything that moved.
yeah.
So, like as soon as Richard went and played it again, he rode into some town and he said as soon as he did, everybody in the town it seemed pulled out a gun and fired. He's like, next thing I knew, I was dead. I had to start all over because the Peckerwoods ran my bounties up so high I couldn't go anywhere without being shot at. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. But what were you saying, Dakota? What were you saying we should address?
Yeah.
Uh, where was our last guest?
Aaron?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
To everyone who's listening.
Oh, I guess we should address where Aaron is.
Yeah.
We don't know.
We don't
He's
know
gone
where Aaron is. He went AWOL. He. Last thing I knew, I messaged him on Discord. It said this recipient is no longer available. They either are not in the same server as you, or they have you blocked. And I went on Facebook to look for him, and he had me blocked on Facebook. And last thing I knew, we were cool. And then the next day, he blocked me. So I have no idea. So
I'm replacing Aaron.
no, I wouldn't. Nobody can replace Aaron. He's his own character.
I think Aaron likes Ding Dong anyway, so it's fine.
He unfriended me on Facebook. He did not block me.
Yeah, he straight up blocked me.
And he didn't block me or anything on Discord. Like I didn't get a message from a bot about anything. I sent him a message at 9:07. I said, "Hey, what you doing?" And haven't got anything back.
I don't know. It's one of those things. It's nothing you can do about it. It happens. It happens. I just hope he comes in contact with me soon.
Yeah, I just sent him another message. I'm like, "You good, bro?" So hopefully tomorrow, since he's off tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he'll get on tomorrow or something. I don't know. Oh, damn it.
He probably went on a cruise and got on a banana boat and left the country.
I doubt it. Anyway, so let's talk about how Sony is kind of fucking themselves over with the PS5. How they're only going to be releasing a certain,
500.
not releasing 500. They're only going to be releasing a certain amount before like on launch. Like I think it's like what 6 million, 5 million.
5 to 6 million within by like
That's 3 months.
yeah, for like the first 3 months.
What do you
Yeah,
guys?
that
What do you guys think
5
of
to
it?
6 million by I think it said May of 2021.
Only a certain amount for the first calendar year.
Yeah.
like that kind of shit would make or break a console's lifespan in terms of
So this time next year, they're only anticipating having. Well, I guess that's not right. I think it was. Oh, 3 weeks from now, whatever.
I think they're kind of fucking themselves over because PlayStation 4 outsold Xbox One by so many,
Substantially.
so many. PlayStation has like been the best-selling console forever. The best-selling console of all time is the PS2. So it's just
I'd hate for them to shoot themselves in the leg like this because I mean, with
because if you because
we don't even know anything about the PlayStation 5. You know,
you
pretty much
you
anything
know it's
about the Xbox
specs. No, you
360.
know it's specs. That's all we know.
Okay,
We know the
here's
specs
my
and what the
problem.
controller looks like. That's it.
Considering they sold like 7 million in the first 2 quarters with a late release in Japan.
Their sales are gonna at least double, even triple.
You would think. You would think.
But they're deciding.
Here's my problem. Here's my problem. Okay. With the fact that PS4s, when they first flying off the basically, because personally, at least for me, like I know when I went and got mine, I got it like the weekend it came out. But that's also because I ordered it off the internet sooner and had it delivered to the house. But um like I know it was hard to find them when they first dropped cuz I went to the store I think to get a game for it. No, I went to the store for something. I forget what it was, but I looked at I was in the PS4 section. I assume it was a game or something. That's why I was there. Um but I didn't see any PS4s. Like they didn't have any. I could find an Xbox, but no PS4.
Yeah, it's just
Why would you limit yourself? You know, like look, you sold all this. Are you not going to anticipate to at least sell that again? But they said it was because of the price that they were only releasing what they because of pricing. But I mean,
have they even? I don't even have they even announced the price yet? Because
uh,
Xbox hasn't announced the price yet.
no,
Because
the thing I was reading saying like 540 something, I think, between like four. I think it was like 480 or something like that, and like 540 something
cause
was a guess, like a calculation somebody made. It's not confirmed or anything like that. They're just saying, hey, ballpark, this is probably what we're looking at based on the marketing and all this shit they were saying. That's in that article I read about them only releasing the 5 to 6 million in the first quarter.
Because what they did with when it was PS4 and Xbox One is they waited till Xbox announced their price so they could go $100 lower, and Xbox hasn't announced a price yet.
Which is making me wonder whether or not Xbox was going to try that. But my problem
At
with
one
that
point,
is,
somebody's gonna have to release something.
yeah. And see, here's the thing: if Xbox is trying to go cheaper than PlayStation, I don't really foresee it being by much anymore because PlayStation is it's costing them 400 something bucks to make it. I think is what we'll
Hmm.
just say $400 is what it's costing them to make it. And Xbox is gonna want a profit margin similar to what PlayStation is already saying. Like to you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where I don't really foresee there being much of a difference in the two because it seems like PlayStation is already going to try to go for a low price, at least by the estimates people have put out there for it.
Yeah.
People that make a lot more money than me figure shit like this out. So I don't know. I just don't see how there can be like a huge difference. I don't think there'll be $100 difference really if they're
No.
trying to compete with the price. Not this time.
I just want to know what the damn thing's gonna look like. Like, I already know what the Xbox looks like. I just want to know what the PS5 looks like, and we know what the controller looks like because they announced that all over the internet, and it just
Yeah.
blew up everywhere.
Which, I mean, the freaking controller has changed so many times. I'm glad we finally have like an official confirmed. This is it. This is what we're using.
Yeah.
Not a bunch of basically just specs on a controller. We actually have one that's complete,
Yeah.
and they haven't changed anything on it or anything. So that's what we're gonna have. They finally stuck with something. But now the Xbox has already released what theirs looks like, right? Isn't it? There's that weird cube.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
it looks like a mini
it's like a
fridge.
mini fridge.
And that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
no hate towards Xbox. It literally looks like a mini fridge.
it does. So I'm kind of surprised PlayStation hasn't released that yet, considering Xbox already has. You know, but
Funds
at the
in
I
do
also
what?
I also
Unless that's why they just went ahead and showed us what the controller looks like because hey, we're not going to show you what our console looks like, but we'll give you something since Xbox gave you something.
I also really want to know what the interface is going to look like because the interface between PlayStation 3 and 4 was a such a dramatic change. I want to
Yes,
see
it
what
was.
they can top
Yeah,
because
it was
it was a huge change.
yeah, extreme.
I just hope that with the increased price, that will somehow do with the uh, substantial value increase.
Yeah, I just
Hopefully, they made some sort of adjust, like some huge improvement that's over $100, $200. So it that it is an better system. If it is that much more expensive,
Yeah.
just don't know what they. Yeah,
It'll be interesting to see what all it's gonna do.
oh for
I did
sure.
hear something about a robot though. Did you guys hear about that?
A robot? What?
The PlayStation was trying to make some robot like companion thing, basically.
the Terminator.
Oh, so it's gonna
Well,
be like the
that's,
PlayStation Move camera that nobody uses
no, it's
anymore.
gonna be like a PlayStation Terminator.
Yeah, robots are taking over the world.
Yeah.
We're
Um,
all going
seen
to
a video
all going to die.
the other day, and they had got it patented. You know, they got it all that done on it.
I know they
That's
have.
how they knew about it,
I
and it
know.
literally looked like something out of Adventure. It looked like a cloud with eyeballs, arms, and legs. It looked like a fuzzy, like what a little kid would make a cloud. You know, where they just do the little humps in a circle.
Hmm.
Literally, think of that with arms and legs and eyeballs, and that's what it was. That was the concept up to this point.
I know
But
PlayStation.
supposedly, it was supposed to like the users stuff.
Hmm.
It was really weird. It's somehow gonna be in the game while also just like chilling on the couch with you. But you can also like it'll pop up in your game as like a virtual like assistant basically type of thing. Like a yeah. I don't really understand. Supposedly it's gonna like learn like your responses and like change its accordingly or something along those lines. It's gonna basically learn from the person and be able to. I'm gonna just say develop its own personality, if you will, around it.
Mhm.
That's what I understood by watching it. Is that's what it's meant to do. Now, whether or not they're actually gonna do it, that's another thing. Whether or not this goes anywhere, or they're get the technology to work right, there's just so many things, and then they got to look out for Skynet while they're at it, because that's some
Yeah.
fishy shit they're getting into.
Skynet.
So,
Anaconda.
just saying.
I don't know. All I know is that PlayStation has patented or trademarked. It's either patented or copyrighted or whatever. The names PlayStation 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah.
They've already gone ahead and done that because
Well, ow, damn it, hit my head. Well, at least there's one thing I got to say about that. At least they're in numerical order. Okay.
yeah.
They need to make a PlayStation Series 5.
Yeah, I think we should skip the PlayStation 4 or the PlayStation 5 and go ahead and skip to the PlayStation 360. And then
No,
we'll go ahead and
PlayStation
make a
5 Series
PlayStation 1.
5.
There you go. That's exactly what we should do.
Xbox users.
Now, that is one question I do have. Now, with PlayStation having all of theirs in like they just, hey, PlayStation 1, what are we going to call this new PlayStation we're making? We'll call it the PlayStation 2. See, there's a real short and easy to follow. When you hear Xbox, you're like, okay, it's an Xbox. Then you're like 360. Damn. You're like,
Xbox Series X. It's like PlayStation 5 Series 5. Like, what the fuck?
well, who the hell named the Xbox?
Xbox users be like,
Who thought Xbox 360? You know what? Let's bring it round back. Let's go ahead and start where we should have started to begin with. Xbox One. What's the next? What are they calling this one?
Xbox Series X.
Series X. So we're gonna use numbers, but now we're gonna go back and start using letters and series for our product. It's like y'all are fucking stupid. Learn to fucking do something. I don't understand. I don't get it. To me, I think it's dumb. Xbox Series X. Hey, we have an Xbox One, now we're on a Series X. What the fuck?
PlayStation 5 Series.
So what's... Go ahead.
Oh.
No, you go, bitch. Is the next one gonna be Series Y? How about Series B or A?
Xbox Series Y.
No, it'll be either that or A or B. Those are the other two letters on the controller.
Right.
Like A, B, X, and Y. So one of those next three could be it. Or we could have an Xbox 2.
Or the
Like
Y.
they're naming, the way they name their products is, it's something. It's something special. Only they could do.
Yeah, I get confused on how they come up with names on their
I've never
products.
understood it.
Say we just go back to like the PSP days.
Oh god.
Yo, but low key, I had a PS.
I had one as well.
Didn't.
You missed out.
Didn't it?
Box.
Dude, Grand Theft Auto in the car, best thing ever.
I didn't play GTA, I played Dexter.
I played Dexter. I played a lot of San Andreas. No, not San Andreas. What was it? There's Chinatown on there. There's another one. I didn't think it was San Andreas.
Probably Vice City.
Bet you it was Vice City. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, yeah, it was.
I wasn't a huge fan of Vice
Because
City.
you couldn't swim. I remember. Every time I fell in the water, I fucking
Yeah,
died.
you couldn't swim till. You still couldn't swim in San Andreas.
No, you could fly in San Andreas.
You
Though.
couldn't swim till probably GTA 4.
Fucking love my.
Yep. Speaking of, GTA, I heard that they're making a sixth one.
Yeah, it's gonna be coming out a lot sooner than anticipated from what I've heard.
It's just weird
Really?
because Rockstar as a whole is only one team. You know,
Is what now?
one team. They only have one team. They either at one point they work on
San
Red Dead
Diego.
or they work on GTA.
So that's why it
Relatively
takes
large company though.
them to make games,
Yeah,
and
but
why once they
still,
do make a game, they update it forever.
yeah. It still astonishes me how many people are still playing GTA 5 to this day. It's amazing considering the game came out in what 2012.
Yeah, but
Hey.
if you keep updating something, people will play it. As long as you keep adding new things in there for people.
Because it first came out on Xbox 360 and PS3, and then
Mhm.
once PS4 came out, they like mastered it or whatever.
Yeah, but it took a little while for it to come out on.
Yeah, it did.
About a year and a half or so.
I remember because when it first came out, there was like 3 or 4 different games.
They really are they're still milking the shit out of GTA Online.
Yeah, they are.
I just don't
It's,
understand.
at this
Don't
point, go ahead.
At this point, they've milked so much revenue from GTA 5. Just from the fucking single player alone, they broke records. Then GTA Online came out, and to this day, they're probably making a lot of money off of microtransactions. And then Red Dead 2 came out, and that shattered the shit out of records.
Yes.
Yeah,
Now,
in
before
2019 alone, back in 2014 they had 33 million players.
Yeah. And then God knows how much money they made off of Red Dead Online. Probably not as much.
Now, speaking of microtransactions on GTA, did anybody else notice the prices on everything they put in the game just keep getting more outrageous and stupid, and the shark cards have never changed?
Yeah.
It's still $100 for
Whenever
10 mil, isn't it?
Something like
Heist
that.
came out, that's whenever people
10,
thought.
12, somewhere in there.
Whenever Heist came out, that's whenever people started making millions of dollars grinding heists.
But it
They had
still isn't
Yeah, but
enough.
had-
still,
yeah,
by grinding the heists, you only have
yeah, because
to
they
afford the
raised
shit they
prices.
just put in the fucking game.
Prices were fucking
Like,
inflated.
now it's fucking insane in that game.
Because the prices inflated to how much money people were getting.
The prices just keep going up on shit in game, but like the way you make money isn't getting more efficient.
Yeah.
They keep putting shit in there that costs more money, but the problem is the only way you can make money anymore, a decent amount of money in Grand Theft Auto, is by spending money and owning one of the businesses and only ever playing that one game. That
Just
is
ima-
the only way to make enough money to actually be able to afford all the fun toys in the play with.
just imagine though, with all the money that Rockstar has made over the past 10 years, imagine the revenue. I wonder how much money they've gained and how much money they're willing to spend to make a title. Like, imagine if they just poured all their investments into one game and one game only.
It
Imagine
would
how.
be terrible.
Be a terrible idea.
It'd be a
Yeah,
god awful
well, yeah,
idea.
it would
And
be
here's
an
my
awful,
reasoning.
it would be an
Because
awful
what
idea.
they'll do is, at the online part, it'll start off where you can make money from missions. Okay? You can make money from the mission for a little while. but as soon as they start getting into the really good and big updates, where you get a lot more shit that supposedly you can use to make a bunch of money, the missions were pointless, and they will be in anything else. Which is what I enjoyed playing the missions. Some of them were really
Yeah.
pretty fun.
They
you
were
know?
very grindy, but they were fun. Yeah.
As long as you just like, if you even just started, um, what was that one? Rooftop Rumble.
Oh yeah, rooftop.
If you did that, and then as soon as you were done with it, you just whatever pops up, just click on another damn mission, and then you just go from mission to mission
Yeah,
for
those.
like an hour or two. You'd make a decent amount of money when the game first came out. However, that was when missions
Patched the
actually
living hell
did
out
a
of it.
thing for you.
They wanted you to buy shark cards. That's
Yep.
how they get their winning.
And then they got you to buy all the shark, and then they were like, "All right, you guys asked for heists and everything, so it's years after the game came out, finally released the heist.
High
Fine,
really were underwhelming, weren't
they were extremely underwhelming when they came out. At least I thought they were. I'm like, okay, I mean, this is cool and all, but like,
they? I don't see
especially
how
after doing the first heist, I'm like, okay, this is cool, but that ain't really shit for money.
we're just
For
there were
robbing a bank, I didn't really get shit.
they were just regular missions inflated.
Yeah, it's exactly what they were. Inflated regular missions, just drug out to last longer.
I don't see how that was like a year or two.
I don't see what took them so long,
Yeah.
because when they put it in, they literally only had 5 heists. It took them years to make 5
Yeah.
big ass missions, basically.
Literally.
Like, just blown way out of proportion missions. But don't worry, they might seem like they pay you quite a bit, but in reality, when you boil it down into GTA money, it ain't shit. Which is why I stopped playing the game. Like, I stopped playing it because to me they ruined it by just microtransaction out the ass. You gotta spend money to make money. The only way that any game actually fills up or makes you any money is if you're in the game. So, yeah, you know how you want to play a different game? If you want money in GTA, you're gonna have to forget about any other game you have. You want to be able
Thing,
to afford all the cool shit. You can only
thing
play on
that
car
really,
game.
thing that really turned me off about GTA Online wasn't really the money portion. It was mostly because free roam was god a fucking zoo. Dude, people were just barbaric in that shit. They would.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you have an orbital cannon 125K just to blow someone up once?
Because it was an achievement, and at first, as soon as you shot it, if you close the app, you didn't spend any money.
Dude, GTA Online nowadays is a griefer's dream. Like
Oh yeah, it's
it
toxic
is
as shit
literally a
now.
griefer's wet dream. That's all they did in grief.
Yeah, it's terrible now.
What I meant though earlier was it would be an awful idea, but just imagine how much kind of game Rockstar would develop, like if they just did not care about inventory, just put all their money into a single project. Just imagine what that game would.
Thank you for watching episode 2 of the FOYC Podcast. Leave us a comment down below and tell us what you think. Feedback is much appreciated. Thank you.